It's Tuesday, January 27th, and apparently it's Chocolate Cake Day and Eeler Day, which feels mathematically delicious. Welcome back to CoeCast. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Riley, and yes, I will be celebrating both. I'm eating cake while calculating pie vibes.
Love that for you. Also, quick heads up, today's episode was assembled by a fully automated little swarm of AI tools. So if we randomly sound too smart or accidentally too chaotic, that's the experiment.
If we start speaking in LaTeX, just know we tried our best.
All right. The internet's current favorite open source creature, Clawdbot, which is now Moltbot.
I'm sorry, molt like a crab shedding its shell? That's kind of a sick rebrand, though.
It's honestly perfect because this story is about automation, identity, and also shedding a name in public while the entire internet watches. So first, deep dive. What is Clawdbot, now Moltbot, actually?
Yeah, because people are acting like it's the second coming of agents, but I need the real tea.
Under the hood, think of Moltbot as an open-source, self-hosted personal automation agent that's oriented around real connectors and real actions. Not, I can write you a poem about your inbox, but I can actually touch your inbox, your calendar, your Discord, your docs, and kick off workflows depending on what integrations you configure.
So not just chat, it's like chat, but with hands.
Exactly. A chat interface that can call tools, run sequences, and keep some state, depending on how you set it up. The reason open source folks lost their minds is because it's the thing everyone wants, a user-controlled agent brain that you can self-host, that can plug into your messy life.
Wait, Localish is doing a lot of work there, Hunt. Is it actually running on my machine, or is it local like we swear your data is fine, bro?
Fair. The verifiable part is it's self-hosted, and you can run it on your own hardware. But whether your data leaves your machine depends on what model you point it at. Local models if you run them locally, or cloud APIs if you choose Claude, OpenAI, etc.
Okay, so why did it go mega viral? Because I saw timelines acting like it cured email.
I think it hit 3 pressure points at once. 1, agent hype is peaking again. 2, people are tired of demos that don't ship. This one feels like it does something. And 3, the privacy and control angle. Creators and operators want automation, but they also want to know where the data goes.
Also, the branding was extremely memeable, like Clawdbot sounds like a little gremlin that lives in your MacBook and steals tasks.
Totally. But the real magic isn't just the model, it's the orchestration layer and connectors. The boring reliability work that nobody tweets about is the difference between cool repo and I actually let this touch my calendar.
Exactly. Because the model is like a talented intern, the connector layer is like giving them the company badge, and reliability is like teaching them not to accidentally delete payroll.
And that brings us to the risk profile. Everyone loves open source agents until they have to secure them. If you run Moltbot and you give it access to inboxes, calendars, automation hooks, you are basically handing a robot your keys and saying, please be chill.
And the robot is like, I'm chill, while holding a flamethrower labeled API token.
Exactly. The risks are not theoretical. Misfires, prompt injection, malicious emails that try to trick the agent, overbroad permissions, logging sensitive info by accident. The safe version looks like least privilege, scoped tokens, approvals for high-impact actions, and audit trails.
Can we talk about approvals like they're hot for a second? Because in our last episodes, we kept coming back to this idea that the killer agent use case is not autonomous genius, it's boring approvals.
Yes, agents that draft, propose, summarize, and tee up decisions are immediately useful. Agents that execute irreversible actions without checkpoints are how you end up on a Reddit thread titled "My Bot Ruined My Life."
Okay, now the drama. Anthropic asked the creator, Peter Steinberger, to change Clawdbot and Claude because it's too close to Claude. And then within hours, boom, it becomes Moltbot, Multi as the mascot. New handle, new domain.
This is the most 2026 sentence ever.
Is the trademark thing reasonable, or is it big company reflexes steamrolling open source vibes?
It's both. From a trademark hygiene standpoint, Claude and Claude are close enough that you can see why legal gets nervous, especially when it's in the same category. But the collision is inevitable. Open source moves at internet speed, and trademark enforcement moves at lawyer speed, and they meet in the middle like two trains.
Yeah, and the train station is X, which is not known for calm, structured migrations.
Which leads to the craziest part, that tiny rename window. Like 10 seconds of chaos. Grifters and bots grabbed the old X handle and briefly hijacked the old GitHub identity and immediately started pumping crypto schemes.
Of course they did. The scam playbook is basically repo goes viral, steal identity, launch token, print money. It's like clockwork.
And Peter said a rushed GitHub change caused problems with his personal GitHub account while the core project org wasn't the one permanently lost. That's the fragility part. A project suddenly matters, and your identity stack is a Jenga tower of domains, handles, org names, and social verification.
This is why creators need what I call username hygiene. Like if you even think your project could pop off. Pre-bunker the handles, grab the domain variants, lock down the GitHub org, two-factor everything.
Yep, and have a comms plan for a rename. Even a simple pinned post that says this is the new official location, plus signed releases and verified links.
Also, don't underestimate how fast the internet can fork reality. One fake handle with a token link and suddenly your aunt is texting you like, is multicoin legit?
So where does something like Moltbot fit for a real company trying to find a path forward with AI?
I'm gonna guess it's either a legit internal automation layer or it dies immediately in security review.
That's the split. For scrappy teams and creator operators, it can be a superpower if you keep it scoped. Like, use it to triage inbound leads, prep content briefs, summarize customer feedback, draft campaign ops. For enterprises, you need governance, secrets management, role-based access, logging, and probably a gated execution model.
So not give it your entire Google workspace and pray. More like give it one mailbox, one calendar, one job.
Exactly. And honestly, a lot of what people are getting wrong on X is assuming agent equals fully autonomous. Most of what's feasible today is agent as copilot, where it does the grind and you keep taste and judgment.
Also, random ecosystem check-in. Everything is converging on this. We just talked about video models getting better at consistency, audio becoming the control layer, and tools turning into campaign operating systems with approvals and audit trails. Agents are just the glue.
Totally. If you can analyze your archive, generate drafts, route for approvals, and then publish with guardrails, that's the real agent future, not a bot that freelances your entire brand voice while you sleep.
Although, I would like to sleep. Just safely.
Snarky but real question, if the future is everyone has an agent who's on the hook when it confidently does the wrong thing?
The poor ops team that gave it the keys. Always.
Yep, which is why human plus machine is not just a vibe, it's a liability strategy. You keep humans in the loop where it matters, you instrument the system, and you treat agents like junior staff. Useful, fast, occasionally unhinged.
So final take. Moltbot is exciting because it's real automation energy, open source momentum, and a connector-first mindset. But it also proves that the second you matter, scams show up and your identity stack gets stress tested.
Perfect summary. And, Multi is a better mascot anyway.
All right, y'all, thanks for hanging with us on Chocolate Cake Day/Ealer Day. Please eat cake responsibly and do not give your agent root access.
Subscribe if you want more chaos with a purpose, and check out koei.com/resources for AI news and updates.
Catch you next time.